Hey everybody, welcome back. I have a few Dean dinners for you guys. I think I've got maybe 3 recipes here for you. Now that I'm cooking a little healthier, I've noticed that my filming is getting a lot longer, so I'm having to divide up between a couple different Dean dinner videos, but I'm sure that y'all will like that even more because you'll get a couple what's for dinner videos throughout the week. So for this video, like I said, there's going to be 3 meals. For the first meal, we're going to be making a version of chicken cordon bleu, but I did not make the cream sauce. I honestly totally forgot. So it was just the chicken, the ham, and the cheese on top with the roasted veggies, but y'all, it was so good, so delicious, yummy. And now that we are eating healthier, it was good on that end too. But next time I can still make the cream sauce, but I just have a different way that I'm going to be making it for low carb. But anyways, we have got some potatoes, and I'm going to mix in some carrots there, and I'm going to roast them up on a cookie sheet. And I'm going to put those in a little sooner because, of course, they take a little bit longer, the potatoes do. So while I'm prepping my chicken, which you all will see how I do that, while I'm prepping it, I will start roasting the veggies, and then it will go on the same pan for easy cleanup. I do bring out a skillet to lock in that flavor. Y'all know that's a big thing for me. I always like to sear off my meat anytime I can. Searing off your meat with hot oil in a nice hot skillet helps lock in that flavor with any seasonings that you put on it, so it does really good. For the veggies, I just seasoned them with some of that 21 seasoning salute. It was new. I'd never tried it before from Trader Joe's, but a lot of you all had said that it was really good, and y'all were right. It is really good. It gives it really good flavor, and it's definitely a keeper. So I just got the oven on 425, and then I'm just going to stick those in, let them cook up, and then get the chicken cut up and seasoned and then seared off, and then I'll scoot those veggies to the side, and then we'll pop the chicken in there, let it finish cooking. I checked with a thermometer to make sure that it reached 165 degrees internally. We don't want no raw chicken, that's nasty. And then you all will see me pull it back out and then top it with the ham and the cheese. And like I said, y'all, this was so good. We will definitely be having this again. For this next meal, we had some hamburgers. Luke patted us out some massive hamburgers. I told him, I said, those are huge. But that's one good thing. We can eat meat. So I'm just frying those up in a pan. That's the way we like to have them unless it's nice weather. We can grill them, but for this night it was not. He asked for some sauteed onions to go on top of his burger. So that is what I'm doing there. I just have some of that plant-based butter. Y'all, I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm telling you, I showed it at my grocery haul twice, and it's my new jam. Okay, it's my new jam. But I've just got some of that in there, and then I have, of course, a whole onion, and then I've just put some of that fajita seasoning on it. I'm just gonna let those slowly cook up. I try to do those slower just so they don't instantly burn. Just do it slow, cook them down, get that nice flavor. So this is pretty much it. I did try some low carb bun recipe. I didn't film it because that's the first time me trying that recipe, so I can't come on here and be like, okay, here, this and this is how you do it, because I didn't know. That was my first time trying it, and they weren't the best. Of course, if you're used to the full carb hamburger bun, definitely not comparable at all. But I mean, I ate it. For me, the recipe that I used, it called for, cheese, an egg, some almond flour. And I've noticed cooking with the almond flour that it's more like a cornmeal consistency and taste. So it was really dry. So that was my issue. And then, if you go to put condiments on it, there they are right there. If you go to put condiments on it, it could just soak straight up. So that was my issue with them. But I'm still playing around, so we're gonna find something that I like. But this was dinner for the next night. This recipe right here was our favorite. I just made it as a side dish. It was our favorite side dish of the week. I found it on Pinterest. Of course, my Pinterest board is always linked in the description box below. But now that I'm eating low carb, I will have my new Pinterest board linked under there as well. And it's called My Year 2020. So I will have it linked so y'all can see any of these recipes. So this recipe will be in that Pinterest board. The only thing I did different is I did 2 bags of cauliflower instead of doing cauliflower and broccoli. I just used what I had. Next time I'll make it, I'll do broccoli, but y'all, it's still gonna taste just as good. It was so good. Luke said next time we need to just cook chicken, like dice chicken up and cook it and add it to this and just call it a meal, because this loaded cheesy cauliflower bake was the bomb.com, y'all. So there is that 21 season salute. Again, I have really been enjoying that. Also put some chives in there. The cauliflower, I cooked it earlier that day in the microwave, normal directions on the bag, and then I just let it sit out on the stove so it just cooled down and then just stayed at room temp. That way I knew it was cooked. Made sure that there was no water in there with it, so drain the water out, and then I'm just adding in the rest of the ingredients. Everything will be in that pan. But I'm telling you, I cannot say this enough. If you try anything out of this week, try this recipe, doing low carb or not. It was so good. along with the loaded cauliflower bake, I tried some low carb fried chicken. It honestly was not that bad. What I'm doing right now, I'm mixing together the egg and the heavy cream. That's what you're gonna let your chicken sit in for the liquid. You do the liquid batter, then you do the dry. The dry is some seasonings, some Parmesan cheese, as well as some almond flour. You'll definitely be seeing almond flour a lot now. I enjoy it, but I've noticed it's in certain ways. Like I said with the buns, they were cornmeally, and so this ended up being the same thing. It fried up really good. It was nice and crunchy, but it still tasted like just tasted like cornmeal with some seasonings. Like it wasn't, of course it wasn't good old fried chicken, but I guess I was not expecting the almond flour to be so cornmeally texture, and the taste is what I mean. And even, with using the almond flour, while I was frying it, it tasted like I was frying up peanuts. It was weird. Which, of course, that's from the almonds, but it was, weird to fry. Luke was okay with it. I was okay with it. I thought that it was a fine alternative for fried chicken. You just have to be prepared for, the cornmealy texture of the breading. One other thing that I noticed with this is that it did crisp up really well, but a lot of the oil, it soaked in a lot of oil as well, but it was on the inside, and on the chicken part itself. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it was still oily and crispy at the same time, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But we still tried it. We thought it was okay. I honestly don't know if I would make this often. I might try to look up a different recipe, maybe with a different kind of flour, or some other low carb option. So we will see, but y'all can see me put it together. This recipe for this is also in that Pinterest board, so you all will be able to see that as well. I did fry it in regular, or I used coconut oil, not coconut, canola oil. That's all I had, and so I just used that. I'm not 100% sure if that's okay, for low carb. I think you might have to use a different kind of oil, but, we're trying new things. But anyways, I'll quit rambling, and then you all can see how I put this together. If you have any questions on any of these recipes, please leave them in the comments down below, or private message me on Instagram, or send me an email. So I can try to help you. I'm still learning. I'm just a little over 2 weeks into this, so and I'm not doing full flesh keto or anything. I'm just just trying to lose a little bit, feel better about myself. So I'm not any specialist or anything. But I'll shut up. Here is what the chicken looked like. Like I said, it turned out really good. I'm gonna keep playing around with it. I'm not gonna say it was terrible, but I'm gonna keep playing around with it and see what I can do. And y'all, there is that cauliflower bake. I'm telling y'all, it was so freaking good. But I hope y'all enjoyed this what's for dinner, and I will see y'all later in the week for another dinner video. Yay!